Today we are talking about slope formula. We are looking at slope of a line. We're in Big Ideas, Math 8, Lesson 4.2. So far we talked about rate of change, looking at rise over run, and we were able to find the slope that way by counting the boxes or finding the change in y over change in x. And the same thing, here's a positive slope, rise over run. And here is a negative slope. You're going to look at the change in y, which is 6, over the change in x, which is 6. So therefore, the slope here is 6 over 6, or 1. Okay, so when you're talking about slope, you're talking about steepness. Remember, you have positive, negative, and there are 2 other slopes that we'll talk about later in the chapter. So today we're just going to work with the slope formula. And it's another way of finding slope. So we'll look at the same problems we did in the previous lesson. So here, instead of counting the boxes, let's say you couldn't read them or you just wanted to double check your answer, you are going to use 2 points. So I am going to use the same 2 points I did here. And the first one was 2, 3. So I'm just going to write 2, 3. And the second point here was 4, 6. These are the 2 points I used previously. Okay. First thing you want to do is, just for substituting, you're going to call this the first x coordinate. You're going to call this the first y coordinate. You're going to call this the second x coordinate. And you're going to call this the second y coordinate. Okay, so you're just giving them values to substitute. Okay, now just one note. If I were to switch these around and call these the first x and y and these the second x and y, you would get the same answer, so don't be worried. All right, so now we just plug into the formula. So we have our slope formula here. I'm just going to plug in. So you're going to do y2 minus, I'm just substituting, y1 over x2 minus x1. And just do a little bit of integer math here. 6 minus 3 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. You leave it as a fraction because you're talking about rate of change. And so I know the rate of change of this line is 3 over 2. I know the slope is 3 over 2. So you're going to want to leave your answer like this. Simplify it fully always. So let's look at our IXL example. Here. Okay. Here it is. Okay, so first of all, we're going to use the same example we worked on before, where we found the slope using rise over run, which was, this is a positive slope, obviously, because it's rising left to right. It went up 1 and across 2, so we're going to find the same slope, hopefully 1 over 2, using the 2 points method. Okay, so here's your formula. And here I have indicated 2 points on the line. Okay, so you're going to darken 2 points. And now we're just going to write down those 2 points. So the first point was 0, 6. And our second point was 2, 7. Now the slope method is also useful when you don't have a graph in front of you and you just have 2 points. Okay, so now I'm back here. Okay, so all I did was write down the 2 points that I can clearly read right on the corner. Never pick a point like, say, for example, here. I don't know what point that is. I can't read that clearly. So find 2 points you can clearly, like for example here, I can clearly indicate what point that is. That is definitely 8, 10. Okay. So now I am going to just simply plug this in. So I'm going to do x1, y1, x2, y2, and we are going to find slope. So I'm just going to plug it in. Okay, so I'm using my formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, finding the rate of change. So it went from 7 to 6, and then the 2, and I'm going to plug in just using the formula. 7 minus 6 is 1. 2 minus 0 is 2. So your slope, simplified, is 1/2. Same answer we got before. Let's make sure we're right. So it is 1/2. So remember, you're just going to find slope today using either method, either rise over run or the slope formula. It's up to you. You can use both ways to double check. Any questions? please let me know. And thanks for watching.